Hey, good morning, everybody. It's early morning to LALATE. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and did you crush the weekend? Well, get ready to crush Super Bowl Sunday. But before you do, I have another recording, this one, that goes over why certain items in the third stimulus package will last, and others may fall apart and go into a fourth stimulus package. Yes, Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi confirms they're working on the fourth stimulus package, the next one right after this one. It will have other provisions that you're entitled to and other provisions you've been wanting for and promised, and they'll be coming next right after this one. So how soon, how it will work, and why is this happening? I have all the big details in this big early mornings broadcast of Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. From Los Angeles to here, from Tampa to New York, Super Bowl is upon us, and it's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm really excited, and I bet you are too. But before that, let's get to all the breaking news. This is LALATE, and from Wall Street to Main Street, from your home to my home, I have all the best financial news there is across the board, whether it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, comprehensive or interactive. Thank you for joining me on this big early mornings show. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. And if you've not become a member, become a member by clicking that member link, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. At the top of the chat and the right is a link to become a member. And what are they doing over there? They're chatting. It's an instant premiere, allows them to chat and interact and sort of say over there who you think is going to win the game. Also, who you think is going to win the stimulus game. There's two games going on. Stimulus Bowl and Super Bowl. So there you go. I have so much details to hit you with this morning. Most importantly, this push for third stimulus and also fourth stimulus. So without a delay, let's get right to the breaking news. The breaking news I say here this morning is that we know routing times, we know deal provisions, we know everything about what's happening for the third stimulus package. And I know there have been some people saying, she's just dragging her feet. Oh, why is it taking so long? Is the stimulus check going out on Monday? Is it going out on Tuesday? When is this happening? Let me explain what's going on. It's called the Constitution. It's this little document. It's on audiobooks if you want to go listen to it. And the Constitution sort of says you have to do certain things. And what are they doing? They're legislating. They have to take the resolution bill now and write up the modifications to the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. When are they doing it? We actually know the days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. At most, they say they can maybe get it done 2 days. Then they're going to send it over to the Senate no later than September 22nd, but may send it earlier than September 22nd. And then it lands at someone's desk. And that someone is going to be a very big, important person you're going to hear on this channel morning, noon, and night. It's not me. It's Elizabeth McDew. She's the Senate parliamentarian. The who? The Senate parliamentarian. What does she have to do with this? Is she holding up our stimulus check, LA? No, she is not. You're getting a $14 stimulus check, $2,800 a married couple, $14 a child, $3,200 adult dependent. You're getting those checks. That's not an issue. Nor is it an issue the FPUC at $400 a week to September or has to pay a rent, aid, or mortgage payments. Rather, she's going to be getting the bill and taking a look and see whether certain things don't belong. Let me explain what's at issue. There's a rule called the Byrd Rule. B-Y-R-D refers to a former legislator. And the Byrd Rule says that when you do a reconciliation bill, it can only have budget items in there. The items concern the U.S. budget. So items that don't belong in there, clearly, $15 minimum wage doesn't qualify for that. Also doesn't belong in there, eviction moratorium and mortgage forbearance. Now, I know you're going to say, oh my God, is it not happening then? Calm down. Take it down a notch. He's going to do it by executive order. I mean, eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, that's a one page piece of paper. It's done in 15 minutes, and he's going to do it. But But as the $15 minimum wage, it is not an executive order. And so what is he going to do? On Friday, he told Nora O'Donnell from CBS News that he's going to do this as another bill. Yes. Suddenly you're going to see that there's a bill here and a bill there and another bill and another bill and another bill. You're going to see stimulus bill after stimulus bill after stimulus bill on this channel throughout 2021. We already know some of them right as we start on this new Sunday morning. $15 minimum wage is going to be a stimulus bill. The baby bill, $1,000 for a newborn baby, that's going to be a bill. It already was introduced on Friday. Third bill is $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. That was already introduced as a bill as well. So you're starting to see a lot of new bills being introduced. And the more that happens, the more that will be introduced. Why is Elizabeth McDougall important? Because this is what's going to happen. The current time that I'm reading from Intelligencer, the current timetable is for the House to begin a 2-week sprint to get the reconciliation bill done by February 22nd and then send it over to the Senate, though the Senate will be doing the same preliminary work of its own. The real firm deadline is thereafter. So Nancy will get the reconciliation bill done by February 22nd at the latest and then send it over to the Senate. At that point, the bill will land on the desk of Elizabeth McDougall, who is named to the position in 2021. She's not Republican, she's not Democrat. Her position is to determine whether certain items belong in the bill or have to be removed. It's a time in the process that the Democrats will have to make judgment decisions about what will and won't pass the muster of the Senate parliamentarian under the chamber's Byrd Rule, which prohibits non-budget germane items in a reconciliation bill. Translation, they have to decide what belongs in there and doesn't belong in there under the rules. And if they don't take it out, she's going to take it out, the parliamentarian. So will your stimulus check get taken out? No. FPC, no. The things that will be taken out are eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, $15 student loan, a $15 minimum wage. But they'll just, with the exception of minimum wage, will go by executive order. This is a quote from Roll Call. It explains that the House Ways and Means Committee will be doing most of the work this coming week, and it's on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They have the largest part of the stimulus package to work on, $941 billion of the $1.9 billion. They have set aside Wednesday through Friday for what is sure to be a contentious markup, though it's possible the committee will not need all 3 days. Ranking member Kevin Brady said the lawmakers on his side will offer only substantive amendments and not intentionally try to drag out the markup beyond Thursday. Roll Call also indicates the tax writing panel, led by Chairman Richard Neal, has jurisdiction of the largest single component, the $14 stimulus check. That's one section which may get revised on the high end, but not the low end. And there you go. The bulk of congressional Republicans will say that this is not the proper process for it, but it is. And that's not unusual. Wall Street's very excited about all this stimulus. And you're going to see on Monday the reaction of Wall Street for the first trading day since the reconciliation was passed. Tuesday, we have a lot of big earnings coming in. We have Cisco, Twitter, Lyft, DuPont, Mattel, Honda, and Nissan, along with Centene, Martin Marietta, Fox Corp is reporting. On Monday at 12 noon, Cleveland Fed President Loretta Mester talks. You've seen incredible movement, and that movement is important to understand because I've seen some comments from people saying, why can't they just send out the check now? We're hurting. I got it, you're hurting. But let me explain the process. The process can't be any faster than this under the Constitution. They have to write the bill, and the bill has to go through subcommittees. Excuse me, they already have the bill written. The bill has to go through subcommittees, so they have their due process to make changes to the provisions of the bill. Then they have to send it to the Senate parliamentarian so that she has the opportunity to chop away at it wherever she wants. Viewers sort of assume that you can just sort of write a check and go out in the mail. It can't, no matter how urgent it can be done. This is the fastest process. There's no other process way that could have been done faster The only other process way faster would have been had there been Republican support for $1,400 stimulus check. They didn't want to give you $1,400 stimulus check. They want to give you $1,000. So you would not have gotten, you may have gotten a stimulus check, 2 weeks earlier under the Republican plan, but it would have been a smaller check, and many of you may not have gotten a check. Also, they would not have given you anything else in the third stimulus package. Now, the good news is that we certainly see now why there's suddenly going to be a fourth stimulus package, because there's too much to be done in the third stimulus package that doesn't belong in a continuing resolution or a budget bill, that they're going to float it into the fourth stimulus package. Chuck Schumer gave support to everyone and said, "I'm thankful that caucus stayed together in unity. We had no choice given the problems facing America." Biden said, "I'm not cutting the size of checks." That was coming on Friday. And Pelosi said on Monday, tomorrow, we will begin working on specifics of the bill. So there you go. No time is more important than now, because the economics of the situation are not good. The positive is that you have more hours worked in the month of January. People were working longer for those who had job, said Peter Buchar, Chief Investment Officer at Bleakley Global Advisors, in a news statement obtained by LALATE. That added to north of 7% increase of weekly earnings, but it didn't show more job creation. The month of January showed if you had a job, you got more hours, God bless. But if you didn't have a job, you didn't get one. There was only 6,000 new jobs created in the entire United States in the month of January. That's just not going to cut it. Stephen Stanley, chief economist at Piermont Amherst, said, meanwhile, the average hourly earnings advanced by about 0.2%. This suggests that the firms were unable to get workers in the door and was as a result forced to resort to longer hours for existing workforces. I don't know if I agree with that statement. He's basically saying there were people who, there were new jobs created, but they couldn't hire anyone. No one wanted to take a job. I don't think that's really what's at hand. I think there weren't new jobs created. There were only, I think it was 49,000 jobs, 49,000 jobs created in January, but of those, only 6,000 were private sector. That's not going to cut it. Moreover, 40% of workers are still jobless after 6 months in this country. So the jobless numbers currently in January show that of those people that are jobless, 40% have been jobless for 6 months. That's not going to cut it. And hence, there's a big, real push to understand that we need 4 stimulus, 5th stimulus, 6th stimulus. You can see a lot of stimulus packages. And I know it seems weird. I know it sounds different. In 2020, all you heard from this channel was Heroes Act, Heals Act, Heroes Act, Heals Act. Light heroes, light heals, bulky heroes, bulky heals. It was just the same bills, the same 2 bills all of the time. Not going to happen anymore. And in the frank comment that I have to give you this morning is that it's good that they're getting a mega bill like this done, because they can do all the smaller bills on smaller single subjects, one after another after another. These big bills take time. They really take time, and you understand the implications of them. But once they get done, next one's on the burner. And with that, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and stay with me. I'll be back at 8:30 a.m. with Mornings LA. I have so much to tell you, so make sure you join me on that big broadcast. Stay informed, stay focused. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and stay with LA for more.